The name of the project pretty much says it all. Youth can change the future.
In my society, there are many problems.
I'm saying for a fact that there is a lot of hatred in the region, and that's not for young people.
Politics are the reason for our judgments and prejudice.
And what people mostly do is they just notice that there are problems and they just expect others to solve them, or they just compromise with those problems.
We are young and we believe that we can change some things, maybe not to change the future, but we can start the change from changing ourselves and then to make little changes in our societies.
We want to skip on like a youth, because youth is more stronger together than separate.
I applied for a position of a trainer because I thought that this project brought a completely innovative approach to intercultural learning and establishment of intercultural dialogue among young people in the region. The study visit took place in 4 different countries of Western Balkans, and it enabled participants to really feel the culture, the spirit and the way of life in the environment in which young people with whom they were inseparable for 20 days live.
Ono što je mene motivisalo jeste upravo to da njima pomognem da shvate da su razlike među mladima u regionu minimalne, da im približim neke stvari koje mi radimo u krajnjem slučaju, jer kad razmislim, nije da su svi od njih došli tu bez ikakvih stereotipa, predrasuda, čak i prema nama iz nevladinog sektora koji se bavimo njima kao mladim osobama koje žive u Crnoj Gori, u Srbiji, na Kosovu, u Albaniji, bilo gde.
We want to make a change, to have a better future. We should participate in this kind of projects, and I believe that the change does not come like staying in home or doing nothing, but it comes by doing something small, because little things makes the difference, and I believe that we, the youth, can make the difference by these projects.
I think everyone has them all the time. Some are more visible, some are less visible.
So I know it might not be the right thing to say, but I've always thought, because it was a general belief in my country, that Montenegrins are lazy people.
In fact, I didn't have any prejudice that I broke because I'm kind of cosmopolitan.
I don't think I have it, but I get to know people first and then to judge them.
I had some, but I wasn't aware that I had them.
I had before so many prejudices and judgments for these countries.
I heard in my country a lot of bad comments about Albanians. So when I came in Albania, I was like, okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to expect, but when I came there, it was all great. They were all kind. I met some great people from Albania, and I'm so happy that I had this opportunity.
But in this project, I really got into it, and I understood what I was doing and saying.
I had, but my prejudice would be the fact that I thought that people that came from these nationalities that had experienced historical conflicts would not be willing to get to know each other. But I broke the stereotype because I saw that these people were actually open-minded and willing to get to know each other, and they actually connected.
I had some prejudice about some countries, but I met great people and I'm so thankful for that, and we break them together.
I would be lying if I said that I didn't have any, but the fragile foundations on which they were relying have literally crumbled.
Yes, it made me reflect and think what people have lived and how I should maybe not judge them without knowing them.
It was kind of difficult for them to, at the beginning, to step out of their comfort zones and to accept the burden of the past, the burden of being expected to unite. And I have to be honest, sometimes I was also in a risk zone because reconciliation in Western Balkan region is a really sensitive topic and you really need to handle it carefully, especially with young people.
10 dana sa grupom od 20 mladih, to je vrlo veliki izazov. Ono što je meni bilo posebno važno je to da smo mi uspevali da se nosimo sa time. To nekad bude lakše, nekad teže, ali na kraju dana, ako ste vi dobri sami sa sobom, ako ste se vi tamo dobro osjećali, mi smo uspeli. uspeli.
We had a great deal of help from the side of participants because they would talk about the future, the joint activities they could carry out when they come back home, rather than talking and discussing the past and everything that had happened even before they were born.
Ono što je isto važno je da svi ljudi koji su bili sa nama nose i pozitivna i negativna iskustva, da su prolazili kroz neki proces upoznavanja na lakši način ili na teži način, ali su ga prošli.
Young people are the pillars of development, which is why we strongly believe that young people are the ones with whom we should talk about the past and everything that divides us nowadays, unfortunately. And that is why I'm sure that young people will be the ones to lead us towards the way of stability and peace in the region.
Say that meeting these people is the highlight for me, like getting to know them, getting to know their stories, seeing maybe the things I've seen on TV, on media, seeing that through their eyes. It changed my perspective, so my highlight are the people who I've met.
Workshops were really worth it, but the best thing I remember is the day in Škodra, where we had half of free day, and we all as a team just grabbed bicycles and we went to the Rozafa castle.
I really like that I've met so many good people, and I hopefully think that I will have like a long-lasting friendship with them.
And the most I liked is the group, to stay with her, with them, with each other, because all of them were really lovely.
I personally love the workshops because they gave me certainly a big pile of information, and I also managed to I got into conversations with very smart people, and they certainly changed my opinions many times.
I think it was the last part that everyone said what they felt, like express everything, hold nothing back.
Personal highlight were the workshops, because I really like the themes that we are talking about, like the prejudices, the stereotypes, and the media.
I really liked everything, but the most important thing on this project for me was the workshop, because there we talked about the topic, and we kind of go like very deep, and we understood everything, what the cons and everything about the topic. So I think the workshop was the best thing on this project.
My highlight was actually except workshops. Some people which I have met and which I made a friendship with them.
I like that we all kind of shared the most important moments that they kind of make us connected, you know, and actually I think we even found it even more than
The main goal of the project was to establish intercultural dialogue among young people and to help them realize that our differences can be something that unites us. Also, the biggest success of the project, in my opinion, can be described in one scene. So it was the last day of the study visit when a lot of participants were crying because they had to go home, and their tears really showed that we succeeded in overcoming the barriers that existed between participants at the beginning, and that we succeeded in creating long-lasting and strong friendships between them.
I really think you should do it. I know it sounds like too much, like 17 days and a lot of work, but it's really fun and it's really productive. I think you should do it. Really do it.
My biggest recommendation would be that try to get into conversations, be sociable, careful at what you say, and always have fun.
Well, first of all, to have fun. Second of all, to not be afraid to speak up and express your opinion. And then to be open-minded, to get to know other people and to see things from their perspective as well, because there's always two sides of the story.
Yes, I actually have. One of them is to be free and tell their opinions out loud. That's the most important thing.
I suggest all motivated youth people to apply for a similar project like Youth Can Change the Future.
I really want for future participants to try to connect more on a human level, just so they can form relationships so they can work later on.
They're free to do so because it doesn't cost you to write a CV, and it's an experience that can last for a lifetime, because one pushes the other, and so it goes into a chain of endless fun.